Coming up on Mustang News, a $125,000 donation has been given to Cal Poly students for a brand new TV studio.
And Cal Poly's basketball star continues his journey in the NBA.
Also, a new club is coming to Cal Poly's campus that puts a new twist on an old sport.
Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to Mustang News. I'm Kevin Schindler.
And I'm Leah Pizzetti. Before we bring you this week's top stories, we want to take a minute and you may notice some changes in this studio. We are broadcasting for the first time in high definition. Previously, our studio was in standard definition, but we recently received a donation from Bill and Cheryl Swanson, along with President Armstrong and Cal Poly, of $125,000. So this is our new equipment. And Kevin, you were actually here over spring break,
Indeed.
Right? And
yeah.
You helped install all of the new equipment. How did that go?
It was really great, just kind of tearing out all that old stuff and installing all this new stuff. It looks really great in here now.
Definitely, and you and I are both seniors, so we've been in standard for quite some time now, so I know we're definitely really excited to see.
So exciting.
Yes, see this new upgrade, and we can actually show you a virtual tour that our program put together, so you can take a look. Here's the green screen, and if you just turn that corner right there, you'll actually get to see all of the new fun buttons in the control panel right there. So that is what our new equipment looks like. It may not look too different, but we definitely see a difference from the standard to the high definition. So without further ado, we would like to be to announce that we are broadcasting from Swanson Studios for the first time, and Mustang News starts now.
Due to last year's overwhelming success, the 77th annual Poly Royal Rodeo will take place in a brand new location. Spanos Stadium will host the rodeos this weekend.
Or we get Spanos Stadium for 92 hours. 92 hours, we have to get in there, set up the arena, and then get out, run our rodeo, everything. So the first thing that'll happen is on top of the grass, there'll be plywood, coat of plywood over the whole entire infield, and then a coat of fabric for the dirt to get to the grass will be coat of fabric, and then the dirt comes on top of it, the dirt.
The rodeo begins Friday and runs all weekend. Tune into MustangNews.net for a live stream of Saturday's events. Beer, wine, and concessions will all be available this year. General admission is $15, but children under the age of 10 are free.
And this weekend certainly will be a busy one. It is open house weekend, so that's a great part of open house weekend. A new class is coming to Cal Poly this spring about music pop culture sensation Beyonce. Reporter Megan Shellong talked to students last quarter about what they think of this new class.
Hey guys, I'm Megan Shellong, and we are here in the University Union Plaza today interviewing students on what they think of the new Ethnic Studies course, ES470, that's focusing on Beyonce and how her music relates to race, politics, and sexism. Do you have any thoughts on the class so far?
I love Beyonce.
Seems oddly specific with the Beyonce part, but interesting.
Why do you think it's interesting?
How to view feminism through maybe Beyonce's art? Is that the take?
It honestly sounds fake. I don't even know if that's a real thing. Is it?
Yes, it is. Okay. Talk about why you love Beyonce in the first place.
She's able to stay very true to herself.
What's your favorite song by Beyonce that you would like to see highlighted in the class?
Lemonade, maybe, something like that.
Do you want to sing us a lyric from Lemonade so that the audience knows about the song?
I don't know if I can because I don't really have any singing talent, so.
Is there a specific song that makes you think of these issues that she sings?
Definitely Formation, all about like empowerment and, you know, kind of getting that black power back, stuff like that.
Didn't she do All the Single Ladies? I really don't know Beyonce very well.
Can you dance for us? Single Ladies, just give us like a sample of what you think it looks like.
With the left hand, you do a little bit like this. Like,
yeah, I think that's how it goes.
Put your hands
up. As a graduating senior, I have to say I'm pretty bummed. I'll never get to take that class. So for more information on the class, you can talk to Dr. Janelle Navarro in the Ethnic Studies Department.
David Nwaba, a former guard at Cal Poly's men's basketball, signed a 2-year contract with the Los Angeles Lakers last month. The rookie guard impressed the team while playing in the NBA Developmental League, earning him 2 10-day contracts. Nwaba says he is becoming more familiar with the new level of play.
Good out there, a little bit more confidence and know what it feels like after the first game, so it felt a lot better, less nerves.
During 17 games with the Lakers, Nwaba has started twice and is averaging 5.4 points and 3.1 rebounds per game. Nwaba is temporarily reassigned and will play with the Los Angeles Defenders in the team's first postseason game. Tip-off will take place tonight, April 6th at 5 p.m.
You may not be able to snowboard on the Central Coast, but that's not stopping some students from hitting the slopes. Reporter Joe Schutz went to check out this new sport.
For some Cal Poly students, grabbing a board and heading to the beach doesn't mean surfing. Dune boarding is a new sport in San Luis Obispo, and it's gaining popularity fast. Thrill seekers flock to Montaña de Oro for the steep slopes, warm weather, and scenic views.
Where else can you tan and snowboard at the same time? And it's a lot of fun.
You can be by the ocean. Once you get all sandy, you just jump in the water, cool off. You don't need as much equipment. You can just bring your swim trunks and a shirt and you're good to go.
Although they ride on snowboards, dune boarding is much different.
The biggest difference between snowboarding and dune boarding is the fact that you can't turn. Wherever you point the board, that's where you're going.
Dune boarding may be fun, but it's definitely not easy. Whoa! One complaint dune boarders have is the lack of chairlifts, having to walk their board all the way back up after each run. Be on the lookout for a new dune boarding club on campus next quarter. Joe Schutz, Mustang News.
And we are hoping no dune boarders were harmed in the making of that story. Don't worry, students, you do not have to buy a lift ticket to go to the dunes. It is all free.
Cal Poly senior Sierra Highland has become one of the top pitchers in Division I AA softball. NCAA softball, leading the Mustangs to a 26-9 record overall and a series win in their first conference game against UC Santa Barbara. Highland is currently 6th in the nation in strikeouts with 185 in 141 innings pitched. She's also in the top 15 in the country in ERA, giving up less than 1 run per 7 innings this year.
I used to be really quick pace, didn't really think about anything, and now I'm really taking my time, thinking about everything I'm doing, every pitch, every adjustment. It's just really helped me a lot.
Highland has won 15 of her 21 matches this year, giving her the 23rd spot in the country for total season wins. Highland and the rest of the Mustangs head to Cal State Fullerton for a 3-game series against the Titans. They start with a doubleheader on Saturday, April 8th, then close the series out with a single game on Sunday, April 9th.
It's every entrepreneur's dream. What started off as a hobby has turned into a small business for one Cal Poly student.
In a small, sawdust-filled basement, third-year agribusiness major Casey Martin turned his hobby turning wood into a business making homemade pens.
My first exposure to woodworking was when I was a freshman in high school. I remember thinking at the time that, if I ever got my own little lathe or something, it's something that I could do whenever I wanted and whenever I had the free time.
And that's exactly what he did. Casey began turning wood and making pens during winter break of his sophomore year, after he noticed a similarity between turning wood and an older hobby.
When I was younger, I used to play a lot of video games that were centered around the more time you put into it, the more you'd get out of it. The thing that this has turned into, making pens and everything it's evolved into, is exactly similar in that regard. Like, the more time I put into it, the better I get at it, the more I can produce in a shorter amount of time, so on and so forth.
Casey's business is not only new, but it's also one of a kind.
I mean, if you Google like wine barrel stave pen, not only will I come up first, but also like you'll find blanks, which are like the things to make it, but you won't find people selling the actually made things.
Although he has no plans of expanding, Casey says the skills he's gained will continue to benefit him later in life.
And Casey's pens are available for purchase at winecountrypens.com.
Cal Poly men's rugby will play their final match of the regular season this Saturday against San Diego State. The match will determine whether or not the Mustangs make it into the playoffs. San Diego State beat Cal Poly 13-8 in their last match back in January. The two teams will play for the second place in the California Conference. The Mustangs have a 2-2 record and hold third place in the conference. If Cal Poly loses, their season is over. If Cal Poly wins, they will play Air Force next week in Colorado for the first round of playoffs. Due to the expected rain, the match will be moved off campus. The match will kick off at 3 o'clock at the Tally Fields in Arroyo Grande. Well, that's all we have for today. I've been Kevin Schindler.
And I have been Leah Pizzetti. Have a great weekend.